Alright guys, anyone seen the recent developments in the world of AI today? Well, if the answer is yes, you'd see the results of the work of Google. Turns out that they have once again surpassed all their competitors in the AI market by releasing the new and improved Gemini 2.5 Pro. At the same time, DeepSeek, Tencent, and Qwen have all released their very own state-of-the-art models, but nothing compares to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Don't take our word for it. Take the general consensus of everyone that has been on the internet in the last week or so. As this is going on, the guys at OpenAI have also kept us glued to our phones and computer seats with their own amazing updates. Want to see what we are on about? Join us as we take a look at some of the fascinating updates that have taken place in the world of AI. OpenAI New Model Upgrade. Let's start off with the amazing developments that have taken place in OpenAI's products. Over at San Francisco, California, Sam Altman's boys have captured the imagination of everyone on the internet. This is due to the release of GPT-4o image generator. We've all seen the results and we cannot deny it. If any of you happen to be on X, formerly known as Twitter, although we don't know anyone who refers to Elon Musk's $50 billion investment as X, you'd have come across the current internet sensation that is taking place there. While many have claimed to be repulsed by the Ghibli cartoon nightmare that GPT-4o has created on X, many more cannot help but feed into their fascination of the capabilities of this image generator. We've all tried it out. I bet a good number of you have either set their eyes on the memes that have been converted to these Ghibli animations, or you have converted images of your own. Either way, we know that this was probably the stuff of nightmare for Senpai Miyazaki, the actual creator of the Ghibli animation studios. In fact, he seemed to be so appalled by his creation that he actually warned us about its capabilities in association with AI long before it became the internet sensation that it is today. In fact, he said, and I quote, "If you really want to make creepy stuff, you can go ahead and do it. I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself." Well, it seems as though his warnings from years ago were valid, because now we can see how it has taken the internet by storm. Again, if you just happen to log into X or Twitter today, you'd see all your favorite memes, and then some have been converted to these Ghibli animations, and as such, there is no escaping it. Alas, as some have shown that they are quite fond of it, maybe some of the animation or anime lovers, many more seem to turn their noses up at it. As such, GPT-4o may have to admit that they have created some sort of monster. Indeed, some have even claimed that this may be a step closer to that seemingly unattainable singularity. Considering how it seemed to have become such an internet sensation, it must be stated that some of the experts out there have reported that they didn't think much of it when OpenAI announced its release. To be honest, this may not have too much to do with the product itself. It may just be as a result of the fact that similar types of image generators have disappointed many users in the past. Just take a look at how Sora let everyone down when it was released. Same goes for GPT 4.5. With that in mind, just based on the capabilities of the image generator that is in GPT-4o, OpenAI may have just redeemed itself. In fact, it is believed to be so good that some have predicted that it may be able to render graphic design such as Canva as obsolete. That is because a good number of graphic designers have realized that they can do things such as create infographics and marketing material that are almost as good, if not better, than what programs like Canva can create. Heck, it's believed to be so good that it can even produce a comic strip format that is as good as anything that you can find out there. Heck, it has been revealed that it can even handle transparency, something that other image generators don't seem to be able to handle. To make things even more interesting, we must note that many have lauded the ability of GPT-4o's image generator to not only create that popular Ghibli style, but also many other art styles. What is perhaps even more impressive about this AI model is that it has given us the ability to convert our family and friends into the images that were considered to be impossible back in the day. We're especially talking about the way that it seems to be able to carry out character continuity. Considering how impressive this is, it would be nice to know this technology works. Well, this is difficult because there doesn't seem to be any clear information out there. Despite this, some experts have surmised that the guys at OpenAI have been able to make this work by making use of a regressive approach. This is far from the diffusion approach that may have been used in the past. For those that may not know how this works, a diffusion algorithm can be found in models. Stable Diffusion and Midjourney have been useful in the past because they can help the user generate an entire image all at once. However, with GPT-4o, you'd find that the image generator seems to create its image pixels from left to right, from top to bottom, almost as if it was actually writing something in a page. What's also very interesting about this method is that it seems to create the perfect images. It seems to be so amazing that it doesn't even look artificial. That said, it isn't perfect because it is said to contain a controversial watermark. Said watermark is provided by the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity, an alliance of tech and media companies that came together so that they could develop standards for digital content authenticity. Apparently, they did this because they wanted to combat misinformation, deepfakes, and manipulation of media. They do this by providing a standardized way to verify the origin and history of digital content. Pretty impressive stuff, right? Well, thanks to the measures put in place by the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity, you can see that images generated by GPT-4o were generated by AI. This, as well as a history of any modifications, seem to be visible. With the existence of such a tool, we can see how camera manufacturers and software developers such as Adobe are implementing this technology into their software. They are doing this because they want to be able to track every change that occurs in a digital asset. In turn, this would keep the consumer safe from misinformation, albeit at the expense of the user's privacy and misinformation. With that in mind, platforms such as YouTube have made it compulsory for creators to reveal that they used AI assets in the projects. With that in mind, many have asked, if you can tell if an image is AI generated, is there any point in declaring that it is? Please let us know what you think in the comment section. Gemini 2.5 Pro. In other news, you may find a programming AI model that is just as good as Claude 3.7, with an even bigger context window. It also seems to have a better reasoning model than that which can be found on OpenAI o3. What may be even better for users is that it is free to use at this point in time, something that is way better than partying the $200 a month that you need for OpenAI Pro. That said, the issue for this model is that the Chinese are being a hindrance to this impressive model's bid for world dominance. Just look at DeepSeek's version 3.1 model, as well as Quen's 3.5 Omni, among others. Such models may prove to be way better than what Gemini 2.5 Pro, and as such, it looks like the guys at Google do have their work cut out for them. Let's see who comes out on top. What is sure is that the users have an exciting future ahead for them when it comes to the use of AI.